Hi everyone, welcome to Geek Dhaba Reviews. I'm Yumna and I have Omer with me. And today we're going to review Belfast, another Oscar nominated film for Best Picture. So, let's get to it. Omer, what did you think of the movie?
Thanks, Yamna. The movie, in my opinion, is probably actually a pretty good movie. However, at first did not like the idea of having to watch an entire movie in black and white, because, well, it's a, if it's a, I'd be I didn't understand the artistic choice at the time of why it was in black and white. But as the movie progresses and you get more into the themes of what this movie explores, you understand the choice of having the movie in black and white. And yeah, I just thought overall the movie was great. It discussed a lot of there was a lot of themes involved, a lot of discussions over religion, a lot of discussion over right and wrong. Uh, and the story of the family overall is just one that I enjoyed following. It was a good movie, honestly. I don't know why I dreaded watching it for so long, but overall I did enjoy it.
I think at the moment we get I think what was the tag with it? Drama and I don't think it was
Comedy.
biography, it was
It was drama and
historical.
comedy. It was drama and comedy.
Okay, I think where I saw it, it was historical slash drama. And normally I'm a sucker for historical themes, films and movies. But yeah, the black and white aspect also threw me off. But it was a beautiful movie. It was a refreshingly beautiful movie to watch. I think the actors did really well. Jamie Dornan, the mother, the kid especially, star of the movie. It was beautiful. And I loved that I think the runtime was like roughly 90 minutes,
Yeah,
and it was
90-ish,
very
yeah.
well executed. It was very well executed in that time. Like I did not think 90 minutes passed by. I felt like roughly maybe 45 minutes of my time passed by watching this movie. The themes they discussed in the movie, the religious themes, the whole divide between Belfast and the UK, England, and you like there was a subtle tension like throughout the movie. I felt it. I felt like something bad was gonna happen at any point. I had this really weird fear that maybe the dad would end up dying or like their house is gonna get blown up. I had this fear till the very end. So when they got on the bus, up till then, I'm like, oh no, like something's gonna happen. The bus is gonna blow away. Up till the point like they got on the bus and they drove off, I think that's when I finally exhaled and I'm like, okay, nothing bad happened to them because I think they did a really good job of putting that fear in you. Like, you were really worried for the main character, his family, and you're just thinking, oh no, something bad's really gonna happen. It's not gonna end right. But they went off to England and they didn't even have to show how life settled. I mean, I don't think that was necessary, and I'm really glad they didn't put that in. I was really heartbroken that they had to leave like their grandmother behind, and that was Judy Dench, the actress. Um, it was very beautiful. It was a very simple plot. It wasn't really heavy or complicated, but the writing was so beautiful. The relationships were so beautiful. The way like everything was being shown through a child's eyes.
Hmm.
How could something from a simple child's perspective come up to be something so complex with so many undertones of so many emotions going on in the movie? I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think it comes up to being my third favorite film in the Oscar nominated list, after Coda and King Richard. So I think it was beautifully like placed. I can't really fault it for a lot. It was a very simple plot, very complex writing, complex story, really good characters, really good acting. I think the grandfather and the mother got nominated. I feel like the kid deserves a nod, and I think he has a really good career ahead of him from the way he acted. All in all, it was very beautiful, like relaxing but not relaxing, anxiety-inducing film. I loved it.
Okay, so on that, I honestly didn't feel the anxiety. I don't know why, but like I was more concerned with characters and how they're growing and everything. I was more concerned with like whether or not the kid is going to get to the front of the class and that kind of stuff. The stuff, the little things, throughout the entire movie that happened, those little moments. I was more concerned with what was going on in the kid's life more than what was going on in the overall background situation. The movie did a pretty good job of telling us that life does not stop in situations like this. Life continues to go on. And like they could have easily been telling a story of, like, they keep talking about it throughout the movie, that people are dying on the corner over here, right across the street, right down the corner, people are dying, but they never show that. And they always show, okay, this little family and how they're doing things in the midst of all of this, which I thought was a very nice, like it's just a nice change of pace from what we usually see, which is a focus on that violence and the people directly involved by that violence. And it's
Yeah.
all, and this was a side, like this was a story being told from the side that wasn't being persecuted as well, because they were Protestant. I'm gonna butcher this,
Awesome.
Protestants. I was afraid I was gonna butcher that pronunciation, but yes. Um, because of that, it made looking at their experience much better. And with time, I got to understand, like as you said, because this entire movie takes place in the perspective of a child. It's kind of why we have it in black and white, because when the child goes to church, there's an entire speech about the path you'll take, right? The path that leads to heaven and the path that leads to hell, right? So in my interpretation of it is that because we're seeing everything from the perspective of a child, and he only sees things as good and bad, he doesn't understand that there's
Mm.
moral middle grounds or anything like that. So the entire movie is in black and white. And it's interesting because only the things that he's telling us about, like the stuff around him in his perspective, are black and white. But the TV shows he's watching, the play he goes to attend, and all of that, they're all in color, right? So he sees the world as either right or wrong, and that just comes off beautifully, in my opinion. Uh, it was an overall great movie. I am glad I watched it. Um, as opposed to other Oscar nominated movies that we have reviewed over here. And
Oh yeah.
um, Licorice Pizza. But anyway, uh, it was a good movie. I don't know why I put off watching it, but now that I did watch it, I'm glad I watched it. I haven't seen King Richard yet, so it's not in my top three. It's definitely top two out of all the movies I've watched. Right, Coda is still my number one choice for the Oscar, but I know it's not going to win it. Um, yeah, it was an overall great movie. I mean, I'd watch it again. Honestly, it was such a refreshing change of pace to see a movie that's an hour and a half long compared to the other 2 hour plus movies we've had throughout this Oscar run.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall great movie. I enjoyed it. I'd watch it again. It was good. The acting was great. The environments were great. Setting was great. Everything was great.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was a really enjoyable watch. I agree. So yeah, should we go into ratings?
Yeah, there's nothing else, really nothing else to discuss about this movie. I mean, it's just an overall great package, and it's something that I definitely enjoyed. Honestly, I'd love to see it win the Oscar.
I would too, and I love how it wasn't dragged. It wasn't
Yeah.
stretched out long. And everything was so tight. Everything was so on par. Everything was so smooth. Um, well flowing, well executed. Props to the creators of the movie for that. It was really seamless. It was a really seamless watch. And I'm actually glad that it got nominated for the Oscars. This is actually a hidden gem. And this is worthy of being Oscar nominated. Like finally, one of the few films I can say that, okay, yes, definitely worth the nomination.
Hmm.
And I hope that yeah, like I agree with you. I don't think this is gonna win Best Picture, but I hope the actors get their nod. I hope they get appreciated for it.
Same.
And yeah.
All right, let's go to scores. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Not a
Mm,
perfect. It's not a perfect. It's still not a perfect movie in my opinion. But it was a great watch.
I think I'd give it a 9 as well.
There's really nothing else to say except go watch this movie. Seriously, just watch it. Like if you can, just give it a watch ahead of the Oscars.
Definitely.
Really not much else to
Definitely.
say. So
And let us know what you guys think in the comments, and feel free to discuss it with us.
yep.
We'd love to have more people discuss this movie with us because they're really the emotion and the movie on its own really touched us, and yeah, we want to vent somewhere in a positive manner.
For sure.
Not like Licorice Pizza that totally.
Anyway, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you all in the next review.